Let's talk about artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
The artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. Technology has rapidly advanced in the past few decades, particularly in the field of AI. While AI has brought about significant change in the way we live, work, and communicate, it has also raised concerns about potential impact on humanity. Some people believe AI could destroy us, while others see it as a potential creator of utopia. Research project in humans and machines for the class of 2023, made by Artūrs Dreimanis. The main purpose of this research project is to find out how does AI ethics, education change our views on artificial intelligence. On the side note, it also answers questions like, is it necessary for a general public to be concerned about AI, or is there a need to even educate yourself on this topic? These and many more questions will be answered throughout the video and will help you to grasp a proportion of the general views from the students that have and have not taken the course considering artificial intelligence and its future. The following video is an interview format research paper with 4 interviews with students from different educational backgrounds and degrees about AI in the 21st century. There are 13 questions in total, where the first 6 questions reveal prior knowledge of artificial intelligence and the interviewee standpoint and relationships with AI. The next 7 questions are questions gathered from the Humans and Machines course, lectures, posts, debates, and homeworks that in my opinion are the main questions concerning AI in this century, where at the end I will compare all the gathered data and correlate the 4 student answers to the answers that were presented and agreed upon on the Humans and Machines course. Please state your name, age, university, and the degree you're currently studying.
Hello, my name is Dominik Berziņš. I'm 19 years old and I'm currently studying at the Stradiņu University, Greek Stradiņu University, and my degree is digital marketing.
Yeah, hi, my name is Walters. I'm 20 years old and I'm studying at RGSL. I just started my first year of studies and I'm currently studying as a business and law major.
Hello, my name is Artūrs. I'm 20 years and I'm studying at the University of Latvia, a medical degree.
Hello, my name is Krish. I'm 19 years old and I'm currently studying at Riga Business School and I'm studying for a Bachelor IT Leadership degree.
First question. How would you rate your prior knowledge of AI from 1 to 10, where 1 is no knowledge at all and 10 is insane prior knowledge?
I would say that my current knowledge on AI is around 4. I have heard about it, I have read about it, but there's definitely a lot to improve on still.
I would rate my prior knowledge of AI about 5.
I would probably say 6 because I'm not really knowledgeable, but I know a couple of things.
I would probably rate myself as a 6 because I tend to follow the news.
Second question. How often do you interact with AI on a daily basis? Where can it be seen?
It can be seen on the internet, which I'm using every day. Is it for homework or is it just to read information in news outlets or places like that?
I use ChatGPT for my math homeworks, and I also use it in the field of digital marketing for a dental clinic, and my job is to post on their social media, so usually I might take some help from ChatGPT and ask for some photos.
On daily basis, I interact with AI, also known as ChatGPT and DALL-E, especially for more of creative ways of generating texts and images.
Well, I mostly interact with AI with my schoolwork. For example, if like I would need a picture which isn't copyrighted and get me a plagiarism strike, I would just create it using an AI, different AI tools. Or, for example, if there's a very complicated topic and I have to create arguments or discuss it, I would usually use like something like ChatGPT.
Third question. Do you see artificial intelligence as a tool that will help you or as a competitor that might replace it?
I think that as long as it is controlled and humans understand the consequences it may cause if it is not controlled, then it can become like a problem. But currently, I think that it can be a tool if used properly, especially in my future.
I feel like in the area of law, AI would definitely come in as a handy tool instead of a competitor, because I don't believe that AI, at least in the near future, would replace the way human brains think or work using emotions, which is a huge part of making decisions.
If you're speaking about like the present times, I think that AI is more of a help than a competitor. I would see AI benefits, for example, as processing user data faster.
I see it as a competitor because the AI is getting better and better at a rapid pace. So it may even take my whole job position from me in the future.
The fourth question. Roughly 1 in 10 AI researchers said that technology could lead to an extinction of human race, or it can serve as a disempowerment, according to a 2022 survey by Oxford University. How strongly do you believe the likelihood of it happening, from 1 to 10, where 1 would be that it would never happen and 10 is that you strongly believe that it might happen?
I would say if I had to place on a scale of 1 to 10 how much I agree and disagree, I would say it's probably a 5, because I believe there is a possibility that AI would ruin many parts of our future, but at the same time I see it also as a really convenient tool.
I would say probably 5, because yes, as I mentioned before, the AI technology is developing at a rapid pace, but there are also professions that can be replaced that need more of the human emotions, like care.
I think that around 2, I would say 2. It is possible that it may occur, that technology may lead to extinction, but without development in technology, without development in AI, it will just be stuck in our time, stuck with our technology, and human race will not progress in the future.
I believe that I would rank it as 2, because I believe that in AI there are some limitations that are put by people. They're more politically correct and they have restrictions of what they can do. But maybe in the future there's AI with no limits.
The fifth question. Have you heard of any news in the AI field concerning your profession?
One AI news that I have heard is the early release of ChatGPT-4, which is supposed to be this huge AI that can help in any everyday situation, and as it can do programming that I'm studying right now for, I think I will have some things that we may come across that I will use it, or I will gain information from that, but it will definitely be just the usage and it will not replace my future.
Not really.
Not necessarily, but I have heard the news that the new version of ChatGPT, GPT-4, has passed the bar exam. Like it was like 90 percentile. So yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Well, not really news, but the AI technology is developing by more and more by each day, and if we look at the progress it has made over the last couple of years, then it can definitely become even better and better. Right now, I see no no limits for this technology, so I think that it hasn't even gone close to its peak yet.
Next question. Would you want yourself to be immortalized as an AI with consciousness and self-awareness in a virtual world? Why?
It's difficult to say because I haven't seen any like of these options right now in our time, but maybe under the right circumstances. But like if I was asked today if I want to be immortalized and live in an AI world, I would probably say no.
For me, it sounds as an interesting concept. I would see no problem of myself being immortal in AI.
That's actually quite a difficult question. My answer is actually yes, because I think it would be cool to make your life longer and try new things.
I think later on in my life, I would like to be my consciousness to be in an AI bot, but I would have to understand all the consequences, all the behind the back problems that it may occur. So that by doing it, so I will not cause any issues in the world or in human race development.
8th question. How would you define creativity? Do you believe artificial intelligence will be capable or already is capable of creativity in forms like art, music, writing, and so on?
From what I have seen and heard, that AI is already somewhat creative, as it is creating these images, these art pieces of something that people tell them to draw. But I think that still humans' creativity is far superior at the moment, I would say, and I'm not sure how how the AI creativity may develop in the future. But for now, there's still a lot more to go.
Well, not really, because artificial intelligence uses the whole research and knowledge of humans, and they just form it together and make that already has been made, but better, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't really think that artificial intelligence makes its own things. It like sort of improves the things that already has been invented.
I have heard that AI is already capable of creativity. Have heard an examples of it creating music, as well as there's an AI called DALI, which can create art of your style, and it's not copyrighted.
I would say in some ways yes and no. I don't. I think that AI, in my opinion, just learns from humans. And for example, as I mentioned earlier, use some tools to create pictures with AI. Yes, of course, that's mostly the most of the doing is done by the AI, but I still give the tool some prompts and ideas of what to do.
9th question. Do you believe in relationships in a sense of falling in love between humans and machines using AI? Explain.
Personally, I wouldn't see myself falling in love with AI, but I have heard the story where a man created perfect partner, sort of AI, but in the end, they rejected the man.
Well, no, definitely not, because it requires emotions to fall in love and make relationships work. I see artificial intelligence as robots, and that's all they will ever be, in my opinion.
I think, well, I don't think, I believe it should not be morally accepted, as human beings are meant to be with other humans to create new generations. But as I said previously before, there's a lot more. There's a huge change that may occur in humans, in some humans, that may result in falling in love with a robot.
Believe something. Well, I haven't fallen in love with any AI personally, so it's hard for me to comment on this topic, because I can't comment on on the way a person thinks, which is not me.
10th question. Do you believe in AI ever gaining consciousness and awareness of itself? If yes, do you believe it will have a positive or a negative impact to society?
I definitely believe that AI would gain some sort of consciousness at some point. Would it benefit us or cause harm? I can't really say. I believe that nobody can say that for sure. I think everybody is just sort of speculating right now.
I have seen from films. I know it's a jokingly like statement, but in films there is the possibility that AI gains consciousness and it acts on their own. But there's always the other side of the coin, that it should not be let out of hand. It should be controlled, and as long as it is like controlled, then everything should be fine. But I do believe that yes, in the future, a very, very developed AI robot may have consciousness.
I believe that even this idea is like sort of sci-fi, because yeah, there are a lot of movies about these things where robots become like real and gain consciousness, and then fight humans and take over the world. But I think that's just fantasy. But if there's a small chance of that happening, that could be very bad for the human race, because then robots would definitely want to take over the control and take over the whole world.
I would say it depends. If the AI gains consciousness, it may see society or people as a threat, or maybe he will enforce some rules because he thinks he's helping the people, but in reality he will degrade the world.
11th question. Artificial intelligence is trained by two types of datasets. One that takes data from a real-world situation, surveys resources, and the other one that uses synthetic data, by recreating environment and situations virtually. So the question is, should AI be trained by using real-world dataset or a synthetic one that preserves the ideal world?
I think it would definitely benefit if the ideal world's data would be used. That's because in our world, in reality, there are a lot of things that can go bad, and a lot of circumstances where only humans can decide on what to do, because they have emotions, as I have mentioned before. So yeah, in the perfect world, the ideal world, everything would be flawless and there would be way less problems. So artificial intelligence would definitely benefit from that.
It should be understood what the specific AI should do, if it is supposed to resolve current world situations, then it should be taught from real life surveys that people have conducted. But if it is to maybe avoid some problems that may occur in the future, then it should create their own bad situations. So the AI could tell how to act to avoid the given situation.
I would say that the should be trained on more of a real data. However, it might need to be tested on the synthetic as well.
Question back to you is what sort of AI are we talking about? What sort of AI is being trained? Because like, I don't know if you're looking something from purely educational standpoint, like ChatGPT. I don't know. I guess it would be rather better that it would use real world data instead of the perfect world, like synthetic data, because it would understand more of the intricacies of how the world actually works and help people, maybe in some ways, but I can't really comment on this because I don't believe I can't think of like any reason why to do that.
Who should develop AI technology? Corporations or government? Why?
I believe that AI should develop corporations, because I think that corporations are more creative and they would offer a more variety of different AI than the government.
I think that corporations should develop AI, but the corporations should be monitored by the government, because corporations on their own have a lot of power and they may not be like restricted to moral things or something like that. But corporations have a lot more resources, a lot more time that they can dedicate to develop a significant AI. But if it is only government, they should focus on a lot more of their time to government things, such as like leading country or politics and so on.
Well, that depends, of course. Maybe if governments developed the technology, maybe it would be more controlled or something like that. But at the same time, there are many different types of governments, of course. So I guess I would say that private corporations, but I think they all should also be monitored in some sort of ways so that don't cause any harm to society.
I believe that corporations, because they would succeed in doing that in a faster pace.
13th question. Do you feel concerned of AI deepfakes and its improvement to imitate people's actions and speech through the past years? In what ways these generated deepfakes would impact the society?
Yeah, well, I have seen a lot of things online recently. I have also heard a lot of songs that were made by AI, and to be honest, like, these songs sound really, really realistic, and it's kind of scary even, because in a few years, if these AIs get even more better, they might actually get the music industry out of their jobs, like the regular rappers and singers, because why would they put effort into their work if AI can just make it better?
In current world situation, I think that deepfakes are a huge problem, as they're there is the generation of elderly people that have not like understood technology, and they like don't know what is fake and what is not fake, so they can be easily manipulated by these deep fakes. But as the time goes on, new generations come with technology already in their lives. They would understand that there is a possibility that a certain new news are deepfakes.
I have heard of AI generated deepfakes, and they're spreading more and more. I lead to a lot of disinformation if the deepfakes are created of the famous people or even the political figures.
Do I feel concerned currently as the technology is right now? I wouldn't say so. I would say that deepfakes are still like spottable. You could still find the differences between a deepfake and the real thing. But maybe if the technology would evolve, it would cause some concern for society, as, for example, like a government leader would say something inappropriate and that would be used against him. But the matter of fact is that the person never said anything like that.
As previously mentioned, at the start of my research project, my goal was to understand whether AI ethics education changed the views on AI. But throughout the data gathering and comparing process, I believe a better suited question would be, is AI education courses necessary for the 21st century? Whether they should or should not be implemented in global educational systems as a must-take course. Correlations and conclusions. The goal of the first 5 questions asked to the participants was to grasp their views about AI in general, to understand their prior knowledge, and to gather information whether the participants would show any signs of stereotypes that might influence their opinions made, for example from movies, media, or other sources. In general, participants rated their knowledge from 4 to 6, mostly of their prior knowledge that comes from using ChatGPT or for job or other tools of an AI. As for the third question about the ratings, rating whether further AI development would lead to destruction, participants' total average was 3.5, that they slightly believe that might be the case, but most likely not, and only one participant mentioned that saw AI as a competitor at the present, as others believed it might be in the near future. None of the participants had heard of any news in their field except for the ChatGPT recent improvements. The point of these questions was to draw correlations to the future answers of the questions taken from the course. Moving on to the course questions. In the first question, most of the participants agreed upon continuing their lifespans in an AI virtual world, where only few wondered and questioned the life that would be happening in there, and opposed this. Furthermore, questions about AI capability of creativity and relationships between humans were asked to assess the participants' speculations about the capabilities of AI, and to make the participants dive deeper, viewing AI as an equal to humans. From these questions it was quite difficult to make correlations, since these are just the participants' thoughts and predictions. I believe the order of the questions played a deep role to the next question, about AI gaining consciousness and the possible impact from it to the society. All of the participants agreed that AI would gain consciousness at some point, and 3 out of 4 participants mentioned that it would have a negative impact on society, where one of the participants based this around the movies and stereotypes created by the society, while others mentioned scenarios that resemble the plot of many famous science fiction movies, which go against the third and fourth questions asked previously, whether participants answered that AI leading to a world destruction would be a slightly happen scenario, which is my main argument that supports that AI education is necessary for the 21st century. The next 3 questions were asked to grasp better understanding of the participants' knowledge and thoughts, but I would like to end this research upon the previously made correlations due to the length of this video. My final thoughts upon this research project is that it looked like the participants at the beginning, their views on AI were rather narrow and skeptical due to the information of AI consumed only from certain experiences such as school or work. On the other hand, at the end of the interview, participants seem to realize how large AI actually is, and it is not only the programs we all know as ChatGPT. From drawing correlations, it can be clearly seen that some of the participants' views are supported by stereotypes created by movies, media, and other sources, which I believe is a strong supporting argument that AI educational courses should be included in schools or universities' educational systems around the world as a necessity, due to the rapid rate of AI improvement in the last decade and the consequences of it reflected on the modern society. There can be some flaws seen in the project template that could be fixed in the future. For example, the questions could have been much deeper and longer to grasp the full understanding of the participants, and the 10th question about AI gaining consciousness could be moved as the last question, because the last 3 questions would only expand the deeper thoughts made from the participants. That is the end of this research project. Thank you for watching.